India elects untouchable president from lowest Dalit caste. London, India chose an untouchable as its next president Thursday after the first contest in which both candidates were from the lowest tier of the country's caste system. Nath Kovind, nominated by the ruling BJP party, had been clear favourite for the largely ceremonial post, which is decided by 4,800 lawmakers across the country. Under India's constitution, the Prime Minister and his ministers wield executive power, but the President sometimes plays a role such as deciding which party should form a government if a general election is inconclusive. Kovind, 72, is not the first president to be Dalit, a term that means oppressed in Sanskrit and refers to members of the lowest caste. Conshero Raman Ariyanan took office in 1997, more than half a century after Gandhi pledged to end the country's ancient system of discrimination. Nath Kovind, India's 14th president. Amit Dave, Reuters. It is, however, the first time since India gained independence from Britain in 1947 that both the final candidates were Dalit. Former diplomat Meera Kumar was also low caste, and it is also the first time that the upper caste-dominated BJP has nominated a Dalit for the job. 1/5 of all parliamentary candidates must be Dalit under decades-long affirmative action laws introduced to improve representation and outlaw discrimination. Dalits are also guaranteed a proportion of college places and government jobs. But while social mobility has improved, particularly in India's fast-growing cities, rural areas still often witness members of lower castes forced to live in separate areas or prevented from using communal facilities such as water fountains. Caste campaigner B.N. Madhawati called Thursday's result a huge victory. James Chiriyankandath, a senior research fellow at the University of London's Institute of Commonwealth Studies, said the real significance was not about caste but rather the expanding influence of the BJP, led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and its brand of Hindu nationalism. Related, why cow urine can be as valuable as milk in India. Caste still plays an important role in electoral mobilization, but the religious divide between Hindus and non-Hindus, particularly Muslims, has become one of the main fissures in Indian politics, he told NBC News. It is the most explosive division in India today. Tensions could be built up with the pursuit of policies such as bans on the slaughter of cows. He said BJP lawmakers in northern areas of India has ratcheted up the tension on these religious lines. 14th President of India is Nath Kovind, a Dalit who has made it big by quiet hard work, not because of his family or for serving a family. Abhijit Majumdar, at Abhijit Majumdar, July 20, 2017. 1/6 of India's population, about 200 million out of a total 1.35 billion, is Muslim, Chiriyankandath said. Much smaller minorities include Christians, Sikhs and Buddhists. India will next month elect a vice president. Another victory for the BJP would give it unprecedented influence in parliament and potentially a role in deciding the outcome of the 2019 general election if the result is inconclusive. These elections are important in terms of consolidation of the BJP's grip on power, Chiraiya Nath said. Since the rise of the BJP, India has seen a rise in Hindu nationalism, including the emergence of cow vigilante attacks on people accused of eating beef or slaughtering cows, which are sacred to Hindus. Play Facebook Twitter embed March 2017, Air India makes history flying around the world with all-female crew 0:19 autoplay. Copy this code to your website or blog. Modi last month called on India's states to quell the attacks, following the stabbing to death in June of a 16-year-old boy accused of possessing beef on a train. India's Supreme Court on July 11 overturned a government decree on the trade of cattle for slaughter, an order that threatened the cow country's multi-billion-dollar meat and leather industry dominated by Muslims, Reuters reported. Kovind previously said he was committed to India's status as a secular democratic republic. "I respect the Indian constitution and no political interest can be above the rule enshrined in the rule book," he told Reuters earlier this month.